Hi there, it's Janice Thompson from JazzleDazzleCrafts.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator working in Scotland. Today I've come to show you how to make a picture with stamps. I absolutely love building up pictures with the different stamp sets that I have. So this week we have been focusing on Colourful Seasons, and I have used some stamps from the Colourful Seasons stamp set, which this one I've used some of the Cherry Blossom stamps, and I've also used the die cut for the deck chair or Adriando chair. I need to check that because I've not quite got my words correct. Some of my American viewers can correct me on the name of this chair. It's not a chair that we use much in the UK, but I've die cut that out to put on my beach. I've used some stamps from High Tide, which is a superb set with a lighthouse and some birds and grasses and sand and a sunshine. Well, it did have a sunshine, and I used that sunshine to do this stamp, and it's escaped from my desk. I can't find it. I've spent the last half hour looking for it when I really was going to be filming this, so I'm going to use something else from another stamp set, which I'll show you in a minute. So instead of using 3 stamp sets in this next card, I'm going to be using 4. But anyway, so I've used High Tide, and it just shows you that there's always another way to do things. From the Seaside Shore set, I'm using one of the little starfish and the little shell. This is another nice set which I don't use enough, so it was nice to get it out today. And from the Celebration Free set, Eclectic Expressions, I'm using this circle here for the sun. Now I haven't tried it out, so I'm hoping it will work just as well as the other one, but we can compare and contrast. And I know that my little sun stamp will turn up, it'll be stuck to something unexpected, so I will find it later. But anyway, I'm not going to hold up filming just looking for a stamp any longer. I can't. But I know with experience, I've done these things before and they do turn up. Sometimes a few days later, but they do turn up. So, what I've done is I've cut a base card, which is half a sheet of A4, cut fat ways, different to how I normally do my cards. And I'm going to fold it that way so it will stand that way. I've got a layer of Dapper Denim, which is the blue that's predominantly in the Colourful Seasons set. That layer is 10.1 centimetres by 14.4 centimetres. Put them out of the way. And a sheet of Whisper White, which is 14 centimetres that way, 9.7 that way. I will put these measurements on my blog so you can go there and check them. You don't need to write them down just now. So this is what we're going to be stamping on. Again, I've done the standing up while I introduced myself thing, and now I'm going to sit down and craft and hope that you can follow along. I've also die cut the chair, which looks absolutely nothing on a blank piece of paper, so we'll put that out of the way just now. Now, I'm going to put my card over here out of your sight, but where I can reference it to remind myself what I did. Excuse me while I drink my coffee. So what I've got here is a piece of post-it tape to give me a wee mask to sort of define the straight line between my beach and the water. So I'm going to put my beach about there. So first of all then, because I've done it that way, I'm going to I've got a lot of stamps out ready to use, but I don't have a whole lot of blocks. You have to see. So I've got, this is from the High Tide set, and it's kind of textured to look like water. So I've actually got 6 colours out for this card. There are 6 colours in the other one, so I'll bring them out. We've got So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz, Blushing Bride, Soft Suede, Dapper Denim, and Berry Burst. So I'm going to use the Dapper Denim for the sea. So I'm trying to keep it to the 6 colours, because sometimes when you're doing these kind of cards you kind of get carried away with the stamps that you're using. So I'm just going to use the straight line here, and I'm just going to follow the straight line of the tape roughly. It's just to give an impression of water, sea. That was that. So we'll pop that stamp out of the way until we won't need that one again. And the next, I'll just put that over there just now. So the next thing I'm going to do is take just a little section of sponge. Just going to put in some Dapper Denim blue. I'm going to dab it off onto my paper first and just gently bring it in over the sky and the sea. Quite I'm not giving full definite coverage. I forgot to put my sunshine in, didn't I? I think we better put the sunshine in before we go any further. I'm just doing the sunshine with So Saffron. So it'll be a completely different sun. Again, you could do this like with a sunset and put a sun kind of down there using a mask. I'm just doing this like someone's sitting on the beach in the afternoon sun, so I'm going to pop it maybe about here actually, in this one. There we go. And just to give that a bit more yellow in there, I'll just dab some So Saffron kind of around the sun as well, just so it's gently glowing through the sky. There we go. I'll need that for my sand as well, so then maybe just a bit more blue. Dab it off first onto the scratch paper so that you're not, and I'm not really doing rubbing on this card at all. I might just actually put just a bit more in the sea. Just rub it a bit in the sea just to give that a bit of a stronger colour, but it's quite a light springtime sky. Okay, so that's that bit. I'll put that denim away, just the Dapper Denim away just now, and then I'll show you how I did my sand. Now I'm going to take the masking tape the other way, just a little bit above the edge there, just so there is a bit of a... So again, I'm going to put in some colour in this quite strongly, I think. Just a sandy beach. I've made this a bigger beach than on my other card, but again, that's the whole fun. It's just making a picture. You could follow religiously the rule of thirds for your composition. I'm just, playing about here. And playing's okay, that's what it's all about. It's about relaxing, stamping. It's a hobby after all. So we're just picking up ink from the stamp pad. And I've just put some yellow on there. So then I'm going to take this textured stamp. Now it does have a gap in it where you would probably sit the lighthouse if you were making a picture. This is kind of like the texture in the beach. So I'm just inking it up just putting some texture in the sand, just building that up. Oops. And doing it this way means there's some darker bits towards the front and it gets a bit lighter towards the water. It's giving a bit of a line effect there, so I'm going to just maybe go over it. There's a little tiny texture stamp in the high tide set as well, and I think it might just fill in some of these gaps a wee bit. Just make sure it meets the water okay. So just giving it a bit of texture, it's not really, you know, huge. So I'll leave that here. I might need that, I won't need that, and I won't need that. So then, what are we going to add next? The beach, we could add some shells and a wee I've got a little wee starfish here. I just think I'm stamping that into the Pear Pizzazz, stamping it off. I'm actually going to take my tape off so that we can see where we're going here. Maybe just, oh no. Couple over there. We'll put some grass. I've made a bit of a mess of that one, but never mind. And we'll put some little pink. I think we'll use Blushing Bride. For the shell, because shells are usually a pinky sort of colour. So I'm just going to maybe a little one here, a little disguise, there you go. Just to give an idea of a bit of beach, and maybe we'll put another one over here. I'm going to distract from that. We'll see, we've got grasses to add, but I think when we add the grasses, I'll add some grass if I can find it. Here it is. Get my Pear Pizzazz out again. I keep changing my mind, but that's the whole thing. You just, you know, just add as you please. Sometimes stamping off it doesn't actually show up here, so there we go. I've just put some sand. I might put just a little bit tuft of it here at this side. There we go. Just giving a kind of idea of a beachy scene. Close that just now, and then I'm going to have a go. I just like the idea of some cherry blossom branches coming over, so you could be sitting on a beach in a nice hot country where there's maybe almond blossom or something like that, you know, early summer. There could be some almond blossom around, and yeah, I just think that would be quite nice. So it will frame the picture a little bit as well. So I've got a branch and we've got some blossom, and for this I used soft suede for the branch. and Berry Burst for the flowers. So first of all I'm going to put the branches in. So on this side, I kind of want one to come as far as it can. That way. So one. One off the edge there. Maybe this one, just a bit of a shorter one. Coming in that way. And then I'll do a couple on this side. So I've got one coming in like that. Maybe have another one coming down. Maybe actually coming in front of the sun, make it look like it's a big tree. I think I need to put one up there. Maybe I've overdone it, but hey, it's fun. So I'm going to put that out of the way. Close my soft suede and then get my Berry Burst in. Now this stamp lines up quite well. These are meant to go together. See how there's gaps here? Well, the stamp fills in. So I'm going to just pop that where you can see maybe better. I don't know whether to... Well, not the other way. I wonder if that would help you just to see, and I'll try and keep what I'm doing where you can see. Now see these 5 kind of like petals falling, they seem to go... I need to get my head in though, so sorry if this knocks you. See how they slot in the spaces there? I maybe didn't do that quite close enough, but it's fine for my picture. Can you see okay? And then I'm just going to turn this so they all match. If you watch that these 5 pink petals match the end of the branch, then it all seems to fit in. And then this one is lined up. Well, there you go, that's looking okay. Do the 3 here. Kind of working with my picture upside down so that I can line these up. I'm struggling here a bit because the camera, sorry, not the camera, the light's reflecting here. When I'm working myself, I work in completely different light to what I have to use when I'm filming, so it is different. It's difficult, but it's still fun. I'm happy to share with you guys. There you go. Then I am going to mount this up before I put the chair on. So I'm going to mount this all up. And oh yeah, I have. I thought I'd forgotten to lay my glue out, but I haven't. So I need just a bit of wet glue on my die cut, which I did cut out earlier to keep this film as short as I can. Just put I'm just doing this as quickly as I can. You can take more time about putting glue on each bit, but what's going to happen to me is the film's going to cut out and we're very near the end now. So then I'm just going to pop this chair here. I was going to mount it first, but I didn't get it. I'm just going to mount it with the wet glue since that's what I've got out just now. And since I'm going to have to get used to not having my fast fuse, as you keep hearing me saying. So wet glue is pretty good. It's just sometimes, whoops, see how good it is because I slipped, now I can slide it back. Just, it does give you a few seconds of time to, I love that. It's so fun and it just cheers me up and makes me think of summertime. I can't wait for summertime. We don't get a lot of beach days here in the UK usually. However, I am going to Australia and New Zealand later in this year to visit family. I can't wait. I've got a new grandchild coming in Australia in May, and I'm going out in October to spend time with my other grandchild there, my son and his wife, and the new baby, and I'm so excited. There you go. So hopefully there'll be days like that in Australia in October, although they'll say it's not summer yet, but summer enough for us Brits then. So what do you think? Can you see them both? Shall I pan out a wee bit? There you go, that's my 2 cards for today, depicting cherry blossom. I think I've got another cherry blossom one for tomorrow, and to be honest I think I like the bigger sun from the Eclectic Expressions. So to be honest, see, if you bought the Colourful Seasons bundle, you would then be able to have this one free. Eclectic Expressions. You could have that free as long as you purchase before the end of March. That's one of the celebration offers. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please leave comments below, and please check the